Hello everybody and welcome to a chat from the engineering desk. So as promised, here's the first of the videos about sensors. And our first video is going to be about joysticks. So here I have a joystick plugged into a breadboard and I've got 5 wires connected to it. You're on 5 volts, your 0 volts, and your analogs back to the Arduino. In this case you've got 2 analogs, you've got an X and a Y, and then you've got a digital signal, which is the push button, which we're going to disregard for now. That simply connects the switch to 0 volts. So if you have a pull-up on your input over here, it would stay at 5 volts, and when you push the button like that, the signal will go low. So on the screen, you can see I've got a little bit of an HMI set up for you. So as I move the joystick on the y-axis up and down, you can see the voltage changing. So midpoint it sits at half of 5 volts, okay? And the same with the x-axis. There you can see it change. Now if you look at the incoming data, you can see that there's a third value, and that's that switch value. So when I push on the switch, you can see that analog input go to 0 because it's floating. So that's what we were talking about earlier. So that's the joystick. There's a potentiometer over there, and there's the other one visible on the other side over there. Very straightforward. On the bottom, got your connections identified over there. Nice and straightforward. Got our wires plugged into Arduino Uno down here, and which is below shield. And I'm sending the data to Profilab, which you can see on the screen. And I'm displaying the data coming from the Arduino. Let's have a look at the code. What's going on there? So I'm going to minimize the front panel of that. Have a look at the Arduino code. So we've got some timing stuff going on up here. We've told it that we want to read 4 analog pins. We made them constants, made them integers. So it's a value of 0 to 1024 because it's 8 bits. We've started off with putting a 0 into those 4 integers. And here's our void for the setup. And all we need is some comms, and I've made it fast. I'll get to how that works on the other side in a moment. So the timing interval for the retransmit of data is 50 milliseconds. So I'm sending 20 samples a second. So it's nice and fast. But it's not too fast that things fall over. You haven't finished transmitting the string before you try to do it again, which causes problems. And there's our timer, which does the timing. Over here, I read the analog values into constants called analog pin 1, 2 and 3. I'm not using the 4th one. And there's our timer, and then I send the string. So it sends sender value 1, it sends a separator which is a $sign, sends a value 2, $sign, sends a value 3, $sign. No, we're not sending it, I've commented that out. Then we send a carriage return, which tells the software on the other side that that's the end of the string. So let's have a look at that software. I'm going over here. We can see what's going on here. Let's move that over a little bit. Okay, you guys can see what's going on there. There we clock the data in. that's COM port 5. Over here we have our stream, so there's our data coming in. So if I move the joystick, you can see the data on that string changing. So that's the raw data coming in on that line. And over here, that data sampling is selectable. You can either do it slow or fast, which is why there's a switch on the front panel. And over here is where it splits it. There should be a $sign there, but that's okay. It splits it into the channels. Now I've only got the X and the Y axis being displayed on the front panel. Over here. Right. So these are 3 instruments for our X and Y axis. So we got our data string, we got the voltage, we got a bar, and we got an LED indicator indicating the stuff. And that's basically how my HMI on the PC side works. And it helps to show you guys what we're doing here. The idea of the thing is to demonstrate the joystick like this and give you a visual representation on the voltage side of what you're getting out of the joystick. That's nice. So I hope you enjoyed this video, found it interesting. It was the first of 36 sensors. Remember to subscribe, like, please hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video comes out. Have an awesome day further, and we'll see you here for more sensors. Cheers everybody.